everyone, and welcome to our first Christmas-themed video of the Cartoon Show. Or at least our first Christmas-themed video blog. Wait a minute. Jared, why are you drinking Mountain Dew? I thought this was the season of alcohol-free eggnog.
Well, first of all, I'd rather drink something that doesn't give me a kidney stone. Because I had a kidney stone a couple years ago. Very tragic fact. And secondly, this is a Pepsi product. And I'm furious at the moment, alright?
Ooh, is this about that new Coca-Cola commercial that came out recently?
Yeah, for those that don't know by now, Coca-Cola decided to embrace AI for their annual holiday campaign again! And it just looks like pig swell, and I'm surprised they didn't even learn their lesson from the horrific mistakes last year!
Yes, unfortunately, companies who have been using artificial intelligence to easily generate footage for their commercials just don't seem to understand the dedication, the hard work, and the craftsmanship that goes into making these holiday commercials.
What the heck? Come here! I told you to get out of here! Come here!
They try to take over our show as well? Man, sorry about that, folks. We had no idea that commercial was going to try and jump scare all of us.
So now I have to cover my face in front of that television screen once again thanks to these cheapskate Scrooges that don't seem to understand the meaning of creativity by humans.
Yeah, so that's why this week we're going to go in a slightly different direction, as we're going to talk about some of our favorite holiday television commercials from over the years that have been well crafted by human artists, animators, and, well, human talent.
Ones that I hope, pray, that are not embraced with AI?
Well, these are commercials that have been around since the 1990s and the early 2000s. So this was way before AI was even a thing.
I see. I really, really do not like AI taking over everything. It really boils my blood.
That goes double for all the human animators and artists who have been trying to get fair contracts and protections against AI in Hollywood.
Tell me about it.
But since we were just talking about Coca-Cola, I want to start by talking about some of the commercials they've made in the past. Like, remember those polar bears?
I more so remember Santa on the holiday part, especially since, well, Santa's known to be more so the spokesperson of the company, if we can call him a spokesperson per se.
Well, yes, and we'll get to jolly old St. Nick in just a bit. But if you guys remember, Coca-Cola did a bunch of computer-animated TV commercials featuring a bunch of polar bears enjoying an ice-cold bottle of Coke for their Always Coca-Cola campaign. The first one I can find dates back to 1993, when computer graphic animation was still pretty much in its infancy. But the first time they ever used the polar bears dates back to 1922 in this French print ad.
Those original 3D models, they look and move quite stiff. They look stiff, not right. You guys get what I'm saying here?
Well, yeah. In the first one we can find, animated by the Creative Artists Agency, this one polar bear joins a group of his furry friends as they sit under the northern lights and enjoying a bottle of Coke. And while the CGI may look a little outdated by today's standards, since the technology was definitely improved over the years, it is still a beautiful sight to look at.
Okay, I think I see now. So because of that, they pretty much made plenty more, like, with other animals, like seals and maybe a flock of penguins, and even getting to a point where they made those walk-around costumes for the polar bears by, out of all companies, the Creature Shop.
Yeah, Jim Henson's Creature Shop helped fabricate the walk-around costumes for the polar bears for special holiday events.
And a couple of years before, Toy Story even took the center stage for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because computer animation was still pretty new in TV, film, and advertising.
I see.
But now, let's shift gears and talk about how Santa Claus got into the Coca-Cola scene.
Well, as for that, I would like to add that I do know Santa being used to sell bottles of Coca all over the place at the time, and dating all the way back to the 1920s. But Coca-Cola, get this, they started all the way back in 1886. 1886. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. But according to this, it said that the earliest use of Santa Claus to sell products was Ivory soap around the same time in 1885?
Even then they had advertisements for hygiene products?
Well, yeah. Well, this is way before television was even a thing.
Wow. Who knew?
But in 2001, Coca-Cola reached out to Oscar-winning glass painter Alexander Petrov at Pascal Valia Studios, that's a little hard to pronounce, to make a 30-second TV spot based on this print ad from 1931 entitled Hudson's Sun Blooms Santa Claus.
Wait, the Alexander Petrov? You mean the Alexander Petrov that won the Oscar for The Old Man in the Sea? I remember the cast of Toy Story 2 giving him that honor.
Oh yeah, because they were at the Oscars. I forgot about that, actually. But anyway, the look of this animated commercial definitely reminded me of a glass painting magically coming to life, as each frame in this TV spot looked exactly like a beautifully made painting, either made from oil or gouache paints, because it was supposed to mimic the feel of the 1931 print ad, which it got its inspiration by.
Very intriguing, I must add, and I think I can see why you like this so much, because you're on the artistic side of things. And if I was an artist, which I must confess that I am not, if I was that kind of a guy, and if I saw that thing in an art museum, I don't think I would be able to take my eyes off of something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a beauty in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But now, branching out from talking about Coca-Cola commercials, let's take a look at this commercial from Hershey's Kisses, where the red and green kisses ring and ding a rendition of We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Anything but that one, no!
Oh, right. You've seen that one too many times. Yes?
I've lost count of how many times I've seen that. It's literally just like every other ad campaign these days. They're just all over the place, and it's gotten even more so for time.
Well, they have been airing this one since 1989.
I actually didn't think it was that old. I thought it was quite younger than that.
Well, they always tweak it around a little bit to make it a little bit more modern by adding URL addresses in the commercials and reanimating it in widescreen.
Huh.
Since the first one was always in full screen and done in stop motion.
Honestly, if that really is stop motion, holy cow. And the revision, unfortunately, with CGI out of all things. Why can't some things just stay like in stop motion? Because I actually like stop motion a little bit more, because it's like fascinating eye candy to me. It's so intriguing to see how they take one thing and then just make every single frame, and then they make it like a single movement. So I like stop motion because it fascinates me. So I don't know why they took it over with CGI. But in 2020 or something like that, they revised it and they made it. They turned it into a train wreck. Like, what do they do?
Yeah. I think it's sometimes hard to remake a classic.
Yeah, let's just not talk about that revision, because everybody, I actually really mean this, everybody did not like that.
But what about the M&M's commercial you like so much?
Ow! So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy. He does exist!
They do exist. Santa?
That one, I can actually handle watching over and over again, because if you guys don't know me, I actually love M&Ms. Like, milk chocolate, crispy, and caramel are my 3 favorite M&M's flavors, and I always love the M&M's mascots. And many years, like, after they've put it out there for the first time, I still remember that one line that they do exist.
Oh yeah, when the red M&M meets Santa Claus and they both pass out.
But I would like to add that years later, there's a bit of a plot twist.
Oh
we actually
made
get
an extended ending to that commercial.
We actually get a follow-up to this, and we actually get to see how Yellow figures things out. That's actually something I was wondering about myself. So I'm like, really? We're getting a new version of this? And honestly, if this was a short film on its own, like for theaters or something, I'd watch that as a tradition. Because what's the holiday season without red and green M&Ms, for crying out loud? Like, you can't have Christmas without chocolate or candy. That's like an important asset.
Well, yeah, that is true. And
Yeah.
especially when you put the red and green M&Ms in sugar cookie dough. Oh, that tastes so good.
Oh dear. I think the thought of those cookies made my stomach rumble a little bit.
If you like red and green M&M cookies, then what about this next commercial we got from Kellogg's Rice Krispies? And while this one isn't animated, it is still a pretty unique one to look at.
Unpopular opinion. I actually prefer Rice Krispie treats and not the cereal. Just unpopular opinion. Don't attack me or anything, please. But that's, funny enough, actually what they're making.
Yeah, they're making homemade Rice Krispie treats with holiday decorations on it.
But I'm more so confused on something with this than anything. And I don't know about you guys. I really don't know if you guys have the same thought as me. But why is everything around the Rice Krispies like black and white? Like, we're not in the 1950s anymore. Like, is it just a gag what they thought with the editing of the commercials or something?
I don't think so. But it is still pretty cool how everything, except for the Rice Krispies box and the homemade Rice Krispie treats that the mother and her two kids are making together, is not in black and white.
Yeah. Just thinking about that, like, that must have been a pain in the behind to edit. Like, even I can't do something like that. I edit some of these videos, and I can't do, like, I can't put this in black and white and us in color. Like how do you do that?
Must be some kind of different software that we don't have. But aside from all the sugary sweets being made for the holidays, you guys enjoy a nice hot bowl of soup during these cold months?
Oh, sorry. I am not that much of a soup guy. I do like warming myself up by a fire, though, and let me tell you, I don't know where you guys are right now, but it is freezing where I am.
Well, I do want to mention these commercials from the Campbell's Soup Company. This first one features a snowman coming in out of the cold and melts away the ice and snow with a bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Unfortunately, the one I'm the most familiar with is, out of all versions, the 15-second one, because commercials like this, we don't need shortened. It's like the Tootsie Pop commercial, which they beautifully revised recently, but we don't need a 15-second version because commercials like this need to be seen in all their glory. So why are they shortening them and playing those instead of the long ones where we get to see everything?
I have no idea. I mean, they've been airing this one since 1993 as well. We actually did discover that this commercial actually did find its way onto Cartoon Network in 2007.
What?
According to the video that we found.
Another thing, I just hope that melted snow or water was actually easy to clean up.
Well, don't worry, Jared. The commercial had the snowman be like a costume with a guy inside, and the snow melting away was all done with computer graphics and transitions. And the kid underneath, well, he didn't even get frostbite. It was all done with movie magic.
Well, I'm just glad he's alright, because I would not want to be in a commercial like that at all, because just the thought of freezing and something like that for so long, it does not sit well with me.
But there is another one from Campbell's where a Christmas tree from outside gets a bite of a green bean casserole made with their cream of mushroom soup.
I do not remember that one at all.
Well, it is slightly modern.
But yeah, easily the M&M's one is my favorite. But there's just so many of them that it's just quite interesting to see how they make some of them, because some are good, but others are really bad. Looking at you, Coke.
Yeah, and rewatching these really makes me really appreciate all the hard work that went into making each one of these old commercials.
Yeah.
I mean, these artists, animators, actors, computer engineers, puppeteers, and really skilled people really know how to make holiday memories when we rewatch our favorite Christmas movies, specials, and cartoons with our family and friends every year.
Yeah, tell me about it. I just wish Coke would understand that. Because if they're going to keep using AI, nobody's going to trust them anymore, especially me. And all that AI nonsense that they're doing is going to come back and bite them. Like how I'm doing right now, drinking a Pepsi product. That's what happens when you do AI, Coke. Nobody's going to trust you.
This is why I do not drink soda or energy drinks. But what do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite Christmas commercial that we talked about in this video or remember seeing? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and who knows, maybe we'll respond to them.
And just be sure to subscribe and hit the bell and get your notifications and all this stuff, so that way you don't miss a video from us, because, oh dear, we're going to have a long winter.
Yep. But until then, we hope you guys enjoy your holiday season, and we'll see you guys next week.
I think I know, I just remembered, I think I know a clever way to end this.
Well, how so?
If you guys are getting annoyed by the Hershey's commercial like I do sometimes, how would you feel if the commercial played like this instead?
Oh no.